Mystery vegetable sandwich time. I have a zucchini. This is the inspiration. And I'm gonna make a white bean spread. Garlic, oil in a pan. Infuse the oil. More garlic. During the summertime, wherever you are, go to the farmers markets. You really get a sense of where your food comes from. Clean up your workspace so you don't make a mess, you know? At least organize chaos. Garlic out, mamma mia. Canned cannellini white beans. Fresh herbs from the garden. Healing herbs, sage and rosemary. A little bit of this. And then I say, oh, oh sole mio, stai in fronte a te, stai in fronte a te. Mothman. If I could sing, I would be an opera singer. I have that voice, that deep voice. Tu sole, tu bene. Even though I'm just mumbling the word. Okay, let's get some rosemary too. Another amazing herb. Good for your spiritual health, mental health. Good for your space, smells really good. So the theme of this video is, there's the easy way, there's the hard way, and then there's your way. Your individual specific way. There's no wrong way, it's just where you're at energetically and vibrationally in this moment. Add some salt and pepper. And I just want to preface that there's no point in making things more difficult for ourselves and choosing the harder path just because. I'm all about efficiencies, I'm all about optimizing. It's a balancing act. We have to be sure that if we choose the quote-unquote easy route, that we're not losing our integrity, we're not losing our principle. Principles are important because we don't want to sell our soul. I can't be bought. Me personally, I use myself as an example. My social media content creation, I've stayed true to myself and I haven't supported anything or have done anything that has went outside of what I believe in. And I haven't made my family, made myself something that they're not. I've kept it within what I feel comfortable with. What was I saying? Basically with anything, it's important to have principles and values and stay true to what you believe in. If you go after the low-hanging fruit, it will feel good in the moment. Like, how do you feel over time? At least knowing that you can go to sleep at night knowing who you are and knowing that you don't regret your decisions. Of course, no one's perfect, but not going for the easy route. It's like those mafia movies. You see like the rise up because they went the easy route by like selling drugs, or modern times selling drugs, or OnlyFans. If you're happy doing that, then great, but just know that there's repercussions to those actions. Whether or not you're happy or not, like, we shouldn't sugarcoat the fact that people will look at you differently for doing those things. It doesn't really matter what people think, but you gotta ask yourself if you feel comfortable 100% fully in what you're doing. Is there a part of you that doesn't fully accept yourself? That's why you're doing these things as an escapism. Or you're doing something right now because you feel there's no hope for you and this is your only choice. So you gotta ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. We can't ignore the elephant in the room. We can't ignore the cause and effect of our actions. We have to take personal responsibility for our lives because we're the ones that ultimately control our own happiness, and we're the ultimate ones that dictate what we want to do in our lives. Garlic, drain the zucchini. It's good just like that. We're not gonna waste this oil, no, no, no. So no matter what we do, it's our choice and we need to take personal responsibility for our actions instead of externalizing our pain and externalizing our trauma, externalizing the reasons for what we're doing based on what other people believe in. It's like in the spiritual community, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, that's why I said this to you, that's why I screamed at you. There's a difference between externalizing what we do, our actions, based on an external event and blaming that as the cause. But that doesn't really serve us because we have to take personal responsibility for our actions. Step back. Knowing about the astrology and what's happening around us in the universe, as well as in our daily human lives, is important, having that awareness, but we should be able to move through challenges and adversity with ease rather than blaming, oh, I met someone on the road today that cut me off. Okay, yeah, that person is a jerk, most likely, but we can't let that ruin our day. So the same thing with Mercury retrograde. Yes, we should be aware of Mercury retrograde and cleanse our energy, protect our space. Can choose to surround ourselves with the right people or go to certain places during this time. But we can't 100% control everything. But then when the discomfort comes, we can see it clearly and then move through it rather than unconsciously be impacted by it and then turn around saying, oh, you know, It's Mercury retrograde. It's just like those people too that buy a crystal like, oh, I bought Moldavite and it ruined my life. No, Moldavite didn't ruin your life. There's just a lot of things that we're suppressing, that we're holding back. And instead of taking space to sit with that and honor those feelings, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and that shadow side of you. You're a light worker, you're a shadow worker. Instead, we externalize it saying like, oh, the crystal ruined my life because somebody said that it has these healing properties, okay? Instead of taking personal responsibility and saying, I was having a busy week at work and I let my emotions get the best of me and I didn't talk to you in a nice way and I apologize. You're stating how you feel, but you're taking more responsibility from it. The next time I feel upset or tired, I'll be sure to let you know how I'm feeling instead of just blowing up. See? I'm not externalizing my problem. Where's the cat? All right, messy time because I don't have the cat, but this gelato is mamma mia. A little water too. Get things. The only issue is that there's like big chunks of rosemary. It's like eating steaks, but I like it. It's really good. I don't eat healthy things all the time. I don't eat vegetarian things all the time, but I like to and I try to more. I'm all about balance, but I especially like homemade things made with care and love, with quality ingredients made by quality people. So I'm gonna put this in the toaster. Let's toast this up. Fry that. You gotta clean out your toaster because it's gonna be dangerous and start a fire. Okay? Got the window open. I don't know if I recorded it, but anyway, I don't need to go back and rewind. I can't. This is already in the present. I put the white bean spread down. Boom. I added the zucchini. Boom. I added some tomato. Boom. And arugula on top. Now we're gonna cut it. And everything's gonna come out. And this could be an open face, kind of like crostini or like toast situation too, but I want to make a sandwich. This is really good. The addition of the sage and rosemary, amazing, and the zucchini. And you just gotta go with the flow sometimes. Like, I forgot to film that segment of me putting the stuff on the sandwich, but I'm still here, I'm still gonna post it. I think another big point too is that we're too afraid of what other people think. Stop worrying about people, quote unquote, judging us and just understand that there's a cause and effect for all our actions. And it's important to have a balance and know when it's right for you to stand up for yourself and saying, you know, I don't like how you're speaking with me. Can we please speak another time? Or when someone's actually trying to help you and give you some constructive feedback that might be helping you, but you don't want to hear it in the moment because you're not ready to hear the truth. The truth sometimes hurts, but very few people are willing to tell you the truth. Very few people are willing to look you in the eyes and tell you how they really feel. Very few people are not willing to tell you that they love you. Many few people will just say, oh, you know, don't worry about it and not say anything. I'd rather tell the truth and be shunned for telling the truth rather than holding in a lie. Good summertime cannellini white bean spread. Made this on the fly and it's good. You know, cut the video. It was one of those days where it was really hard for me to film this video. Like I wasn't feeling it. My energy was off, but I worked through it and I still have a video. So I'm just showing you that we can still work through not feeling the best, but still appreciate the little things and do what we need to do. And yes, in case you're wondering, sometimes in a lot of my videos, I film a couple takes, or when I first start the video, I just can't get the words out, so I have to like start it again, and then once I get in the flow, then I could just film it straight. But yeah, this is how it is, and that's how it is to be authentic. Someone that speaks perfectly, someone that speaks perfectly all the time. I can't necessarily relate to them, but someone that makes mistakes, says or sometimes is not so quick is someone more relatable to me. They still speak the truth and they're still good communicators, but they're not always like on top of every single word or sentence. I think that's fine. I'm gonna go round 2 because this was good. White bean spread. Mamma mia. Who has this? This is cute. I have it because I was a baker. See, gotta scrape it. Always gotta scrape the bowl. We're gonna make like a toast, not a sandwich because it's gonna get too messy. The zucchini on there. 1 tomato, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sage and rosemary together taste like grass. I mean that in a good way. Arugula. Nice peppery vegetable. See, the white bean spread is a little rich. I add oil to it. The zucchini, I pan fried in olive oil, so it's a little rich too. So the nice greens counteract it a little bit. This is Mamma Mia.